It's the end of the day with Ray. Hello, my friends. Well, folks, in 10 days, what will change for Konica Minolta? On January 31st, 2025, that joint venture between Fujifilm and Konica Minolta takes shape. It'll be called Global Procurement Partners Corporation. Global Procurement Partners Corporation. I'm sure by now you've all seen this press release copied and pasted on the analyst blogs. Folks, I got to tell the analysts something. At the end of today's episode, I'm going to share with all those analysts that have made a living doing absolutely nothing but copying and pasting press releases, that there's a competitor coming to wipe you off the map. And folks, when I looked at this competitor, I was like, wow, they're going to win. This competitor literally has billions and billions of dollars. So stick around for that. I'm sure the analysts will be interested in who's coming to wipe them off the map. But let's talk about this Global Procurement Partners Corporation, this joint venture between Fujifilm and Konica Minolta. Fujifilm will have a 75% stake ownership, and Konica Minolta will have a 25% stake ownership. A lot of folks think this is like Toshiba and Ricoh, the joint venture they formed called Etra, around manufacturing of MFPs. I don't see it that way. And the reason I don't see it that way is because I read the description of the company, but let me read it for all of you. Development of procurement strategies and development up to the procurement function divisions at each production site. Procurement-led function including negotiation with suppliers and procurement management. Procurement services to ensure quality, cost delivery, and environmental compliance of externally purchased goods. This is about procurement. This is about buying stuff. Folks, here's what I think it's really about. It's step one in Fujifilm taking over Konica Minolta. We know the major stakeholder in Fujifilm is Masters Trust Bank with an 18.1% stake. We know the major stakeholder in Konica Minolta is Masters Trust Bank with 17.59% stake. Isn't it logical that Masters Bank called up Fujifilm and said, we need your help? I mean, Konica Minolta is a mess. Is an absolutely mess. I mean, they keep losing money. You know, they barely squeaked out some profitability in FY 2023, and FY 2024 they're projecting to lose nearly $100 million, and this company is a mess. At Fujifilm, you know, you're a well-run company. Is there any way you can get in there and help out Konica Minolta? Or, Fujifilm, we want you to buy Konica Minolta. But the first step is get in there and control all their costs and look around, look under the hood. Let's try to make this happen in FY 2025. That's what I'm thinking it's all about. Ladies and gentlemen, let's look at some numbers. This is Fujifilm's projection for FY 2024, which will end in March of 2025. Top line revenue is $20.6 billion with an operating income of $2.1 billion. They know how to make damn money. Let's look at the projection for Konica Minolta for FY 2024, which ends in March of 2025. Well, folks, $7.5 billion top line number, and the operating profit, well, a negative $91 million. A negative $91 million. You know, when I think about Konica Minolta, I think about this old rotten bus out in the woods. I've shared this picture before. It's an old rotten bus. There's no windows, the motor's gone. It's just decaying out there in the woods. And it's Konica Minolta's unrealistic optimism bus. Because here's a Konica Minolta executive standing at that bus stop because they're convinced that bus is going to drive off to continuous relevance any day. Any day the motor's going back in, the windows are going back on, the seats are going to get repaired, and that bus is going to travel toward continuous relevance. I don't think so. I don't think so at all, ladies and gentlemen. Let's talk about this letter the CEO of Konica Minolta sent out for the new year, his new year message. I can't read the whole thing because it's just, as far as I'm concerned, it's just nonsense. But I do want to read a part that's really kind of an eye-opener. You ready for this? Looking ahead, 2025 marks the final year of our midterm business plan to secure our position as a highly profitable company. It is a pivotal moment for us to achieve a V-shaped recovery in profitability. A V-shaped recovery in profitability for FY 2025. Really? Here's a V-shape, ladies and gentlemen. I just put this here. Let's kind of talk about this a little bit. In 2020, 104.3 million loss. In 2021, 143 million loss. In 2022, 609 million loss. In 2023, they barely got squeaked out some profitability, a 2% profitability margin. And at the end of the day, ladies and gentlemen, I think there was some shenanigans going on with some impairment charges that caused that. Just saying. And here we are. First half of 2024 is over. We'll have the 9 months numbers any day now. But they're projecting for FY 2024 to lose $91 million. So since 2020, they're in the hole $780 million. And they're going to have this V-shaped recovery. So we all expect them to what? To get up here somewhere in profitability in the year 2025? Are you kidding me with this? Like I said, they're out there waiting for that bus with no motor, no seats, and no windows. I saw this, and I couldn't help but chuckle. And it's kind of getting sad, seriously, when you see the Konica Minolta leaders running around talking about what Konica Minolta's up to next, because they love to do those press releases. But folks, they did a deal with ACDI on the K-Pack software, and Konica Minolta's going to offer dealers the K-Pack software through ACDI. Let me just ask this question really loud. Why would any dealer get involved with Konica Minolta regarding any of the dealer's processes? Why would they do that? What is all this about? Seriously. Didn't Konica Minolta try to become an ERP system for the imaging channel? What? This is insanity. What's next? Konica Minolta, ACDI, Electrical Vehicle Charging Stations Dealer Program. Is that next, Konica Minolta? Seriously. Ladies and gentlemen, what if the dealers demanded that Konica Minolta actually share the real numbers regarding the outcomes of all the press releases over the last decade? Our industry's got folks out there that they're it's press release leadership, and it's pure insanity. That's their leadership style. Let's fake it till we make it, throw out another press release, distract everybody from the previous press release, and don't be held accountable to a damn thing. It's just amazing to me. It is amazing to me. I mean, what's next for Konica Minolta? Are they going to announce on a stage somewhere that their machines are going to have AI in them? I mean, seriously, are they going to take a playbook from the CEO of HP? Hey, let's distract the whole marketplace and tell everybody that we're going to have a permission to show up in our MFPs. AI. I mean, this is so insane. But at the end of the day, our industry accepts insanity way too much. So here's the competitor to the industry's analysts that absolutely do nothing but copy and paste. It's a company called Google. And man, they're a rich company. But ladies and gentlemen, I just find this so entertaining. I Google Dex Imaging, moving into IT services. And the Google machine, I guess there's a guy named Al over there, you know, Al Overview. I'm not sure who this guy is. I'm doing some research on him. But this Al Overview guy gives an overview of this Dex Imaging going into IT services better than any copied and pasted press release I've ever seen our analysts do. I mean, it's amazing. All these details. Folks, I'm not making this up. Like I said, this Al Overview is a sharp guy. And he's doing this for a lot of things. Seriously. I mean, I don't know what Google's paying him, but obviously it must be a lot of money. But I did find a mistake. You know, I mean, Al, because he just likes to copy and paste stuff, well, a lot of the stuff that he's copy and pasted is kind of nonsense. Like this part. Focus on managed print services. Dex Imaging already has a strong presence in managed print services, which naturally aligns with offering IT services as well. So Al really screwed that up because we all know that's a bunch of nonsense. But at the end of the day, that's the same thing that you would see our analysts copy and paste on their blogs, right? Because I'm thinking, Al, he's getting it from all the analysts, what they copy and paste, and all the press releases from all the OEMs. Right? Is Al AI? I just figured it out. Man, I think Al's AI. I knew I should have went to one of them seminars by an AI expert in the print industry, and I would have known that. I just had to figure that out on my own. Ladies and gentlemen, there's a lot going on in our industry, I assure you. But I'll tell you this, here on the end of the day with Ray, we're going to keep tuned to all of it. Because everybody watching me knows this. Status quo is the killer of all that'll be invented. Don't get stuck there, and I'll see you all tomorrow.